Grace Kuria. Now, the long wait is almost over after the Building Bridges Task Force today announced that they will hand over the highly anticipated report to President Uhuru Kenyatta next week, Tuesday. Now, the team completed their work a month ago, eliciting a lot of debate on possible outcomes and what would and wouldn't be acceptable. Let's now listen to part of what the chair had to say.
The Building Bridges for National Unity Advisory Task Force completed its report on 23rd October 2019 and communicated this to the Office of the President. It is now our privilege as Chair, Vice Chair, and the Joint Secretariat to inform the public that an appointment to hand over the report to His Excellency the President has been arranged for Tuesday, 26 November 2019. We also wish to request members of the press and the public to be aware the flood of false reports that are circulating on social media claiming to be from BBI. These misrepresentations are designed to sow confusion and division among Kenyans at a time when there's a strong national consensus on the need for cohesion, honesty, and ambition to change our country for the better.
Now, still on that, and so the wait is finally over for the BBI Task Force report handover. The chair of the task force, Senator Yusuf Haji, has announced that an appointment to hand over the report to both President Uhuru Kenyatta and NASA leader Raila Odinga has been arranged for next week, Tuesday, the 26th of November. Now, since Tuesday, KTN News has been running a special series dubbed the BBI Watch in anticipation for the release of that report, an agenda setting that seems to have awakened the powers that be. And our Duncan Hayamba now joins us live from the city, from Nairobi City. Good afternoon, Hayamba. It's great to see you. What are people saying regarding this report that is expected on Tuesday, November the 26th? And also, what do we anticipate as the content for this report, Hayamba?
Well, Grace, in terms of what are people saying, your guess is as good as mine. There's been a lot of debate surrounding the contents and the main principles, the handshake principles. President Uhuru Kenyatta and ODM party leader Raila Odinga have been quick to ask people to hold their horses until when they see the content so that they can apply their mind on what exactly would be part of the recommendations of the BBI task force. Now, what maybe many are really anticipating would be what would be the proposals on the agenda on inclusivity, that is on the agenda that will address the issues of divisive elections in the country, and maybe to a large extent the question of ethnic antagonism and competition. That is basically what many will be anticipating to see exactly what some of the recommendations the task force will have put forward. Of course, largely it's that question of whether the structure of governance will be altered. And remember, none other than the Deputy President has led the voices of dissent that have said if there will be anything that will tinker the structure of governance as it is, they will vehemently oppose it, because they are saying they will not be party to issue of cronyism and reward to what they have termed as political failures. Them, they believe in winner takes it all, whereas there's been a lot of noise or proposals that we avoid the scenario of winner takes it all, in that the runners-up, the first runners-up that would ordinarily be classified as official opposition, they must be absorbed into the structure by maybe having them in Parliament, either in the National Assembly, maybe the presidential candidate who comes second in the National Assembly and his running mate ends up in the Senate. So those are some of the issues that people have been anticipating, but Be that as it may, the task force, through its chairman, of course, are reacting to what you've rightly stated, that KTN News since Tuesday has been on this agenda, the BBI watch, which basically clearly confirms that the series seems to have awakened the powers that be. Because remember, the committee, when they completed their work, they said they are ready to present to the president at the earliest opportunity. By that time, the president was in Russia for the summit with African leaders. And since he came, he's been mum. There's a lot of a debate on what would have informed that. And then, of course, there was the Kibra by-election. After that, many thought that now the next big thing would have been the BBI report being made public, but that never happened. And then we saw this week Team Embrace also saying that they are running out of patience, and they need to have that report made public in the shortest time possible. And then that's the same day that KTN News was starting to serialize the BBI watch. But it appears that yes, somebody has heard the message. But be that as it may, tonight we are still continuing with that series on what next, on just looking at the 9-point agenda. But as that continues, the chairman has been very categorical, and this is a warning that he has said, even as we wait for Tuesday when they will hand over that report. This chairman, Yusuf Haji, of course, his co-chair, Busia Senator Amos Wako, was missing, of course, for obvious reasons. We know that he's been in the headlines after the U.S. Publicly designated him and members of his family. So this is what Senator Haji says, that there are misrepresentations that are designed to sow confusion and division among Kenyans at a time when there is a strong national consensus on the need for cohesion, honesty, and ambition to change our country for better. Therefore, urging members of the press and the public to get in touch to get to confirm the veracity of the reports, letters, and the press releases claiming to be from the BBI task force. That basically tells you the anxiety with which Kenyans have been grappling with as they await for this, what you would call the elephant in the room. What are these proposals? Remember, there was that initiative by the Third Way Alliance, the Punguza Mizigo, that fell flat. And they had been given a green light by IEBC to conduct a referendum to amend the constitution through popular initiative after they successfully acquired the mandatory 1 million signature from a cross-section of Kenyans. Then IBC verified and gave them the green light, but that one fell flat because they were not able to marshal support from at least 24 county assemblies to support that initiative. And therefore, many are anticipating that the BBI recommendations probably would be the game changer as far as the debate is concerned. So we'll just wait until Tuesday, Grace, to see what will definitely be put forward.
Indeed, Dan Kanhayamba, thank you so much for that very detailed report. And as he says there, the long wait is over. November the 26th, that is Tuesday, is when we expect the BBI report. And as he mentioned, our special series dubbed the BBI Watch continues even today.